Hello.
Father? Yes, Father.
Mm,
Ah,
Yep.
now it's clear, Father.
Um, entire screen.
Are you presenting the slides now?
Yeah. What do you call entire screen? And then I click share. Show my screen anyway. But it turns to multiple screens. Even in this laptop, it so happen. Zoom was my phone. It's guys. Otherwise, without hello,
Father, we ask our
can
faculty
I
to
go again
present.
without?
Uh, We ask our faculty to present, Father. One of our faculty will present,
I
Father.
will send the updated. I will send the updated ones to you.
Yes, yes, Father. Thank you, Father.
Um, to whom Sanjay? Okay, NK. Both I forwarded.
Yeah, we can see the slide now, Father.
Login comes into my Google. Hello. I don't know why my video isn't moving.
Nanda, just before we could see the screen, I mean that PowerPoint was, we could see that one. I don't know who was presenting.
I was trying to present, but there was no answer.
No, it was a scene. It was seen, sir.
Okay, it comes as Chrome tab, but not as entire screen.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
we can
somebody is
see the.
present.
Yes, now. Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we can see, Father.
Shall I
All right.
start further?
Yep.
Yes. Good evening to Anand present here. Good evening. I am Pundrati from the Department of Psychology, Sacred Heart College. To conclude our 1 week faculty development program, we are delighted to welcome one second.
Now audible.
Yes, ma'am. We are delighted to welcome you, Father Arul Edward, Director of Anugraha, Capsule Institute for Counselling, Psychotherapy and Research. With years of experience in the mental health and counseling space, Father Edward has empowered countless individuals to understand and regulate their emotions effortlessly. Today, he will guide us into the profound realm of emotional well-being. Let open our hearts and mind as we listen to him. Over to you, Father.
Dear friends, with much difficulty, we are back again. Maybe the still that video is has some effects. It's okay. So, friends, let's listen to how these emotions can be handled today. And this is a very important part I see as a professional or personal growth. The emotional well-being is very important. So mind, body, behavior, health, fitness, these days you will hear a lot many things on this. Friends, it's like, you know, um, daily in the morning you just get up, go to Instagram or a Facebook, somebody is saying wash your face from right to left. That is how your mental health will be better. Thousands and millions of them begin to do it. Maybe something is happening. So this pop psychology right now is leading, getting to know the the importance of this mental health and how people are longing for it. Sometimes it's so very misleading, and each one maybe thinks that this is the easy way to capture people's mind and heart, and each one becomes psychologists and psychotherapists. I don't know how people are being simply led by it. Friends, today what we need is an introspection. Slowly, maybe we can go to the next slides, and we'll go to introspection. The next one is, yeah. Today, you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Friends, for each one of you who's present here, I want to tell you, if you quit this and become part of another program, or maybe you are not in part of this program, or you're not part of your administration, you're not part of your college, they might get another person finished. Yeah, they will hire another person. But friends, they can never hire another you, because each one of you unique, and there is no one who can replace you. Friends, and the better way to handle ourselves is just to have become aware of what all causing the teachers, the professors into emotional stress. Sometimes there is a rise in students' demand. Friends, they know better than us. They do the homework, come to the class. Sometimes it's so very challenging. And this present generation, Alpha and the Z generation, if you are dealing with, oh my God, they explore so many things. If they are really interested, they get to know, come, challenge you. So I don't know how to handle them, even emotionally or behaviorally in the classroom. we find it difficult to get to their level. On the other side, oh my God, administration. We have to do NAC. Oh, we have to do this, come on. Sometimes we think, oh my God, this administration, people, those who are in power, won't they remember that we all have families? Sometimes that becomes stress. And targets, achieving targets on dates, and your own personal works, family, children, their sickness, loans, not able to getting connected to your own friends and social circles. By the time you become 40, your parents slowly become older, taking care of them. Who will take care of them? The siblings. Oh my God, lack of time. 24 hours, not enough. All of this becomes or creates lot of thoughts per day. Friends, would you like to know how many thoughts do appear in a normal day? So let's go to the next to see around 50,000 thoughts per day, and 90% of them repeats, which means it keeps coming again and again and again. And those are negative 90%. And even now, there might be so many negative thoughts appearing to us. These thoughts, for some people who are very anxious, it's there inside of you, pops up every now and then, keeps coming. So, friends, and these leading to more stress and depression and anxiety when you take it too far in obsession. For some people, it is uncontrollably appearing. Friends, when I say this, please, and I respect each one of you, and I stand by the word that each one of you precious, and there is nothing in this world that can replace you. Please don't jump into guilt or shame. If you have all of this, it's wonderful. It's quite good. You are normal human being. Because today in this class, we are going to learn what all can we do. Because friends, the rest of the research and maybe whatever that you do, you study academically to increase your intelligence, that might help you to shine so well as the best professor ever. But this class is more about you, traveling deeper inside of your own emotions, because each one of you important and unique. So friends, sometimes we work on efficiency, but I'm taking you to the effectiveness level. Maybe efficiency is more on skills, effectiveness is about more on intrapersonal skills, going deep inside of you. So, how to travel deep inside? When you begin to travel deep inside, there are two questions just popping up. One is what, another one is why. Why question us? Why this is happening? Why again we are not able to see Father? Why is this happening? It is so very stagnating. Sometimes, why stagnates? Why this all happen in my life? Nobody in my relations, they support me. When I come to college, the administration is also against me. They have a lot of politics. When I go to my workplace, this is what happens. When I make relationship, create new relationship, they come, relate, go away from me. Nothing remains. Why and why stagnates? What can be done to handle this is more dynamic. It takes shatters all that remain as obstacle. Friends, hope you are able to
Voice is breakup.
hear me.
I can't hear you, Father. Can't hear you, Father. Can't hear you, Father.
Am I?
No, Father, some connectivity problem, I think.
Okay, so I'm audible, is it?
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
yes.
Yes, Father, now.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Father.
let's see now what is emotional well being. Emotional well being refers to a person's ability to understand, manage, and express their emotions in a healthy and constructive ways. It's a core aspect of overall mental health. It's about how we think, feel, and relate. How am I able to understand my own emotions? Like somebody telling me, hey, you are wrong. Am I able to take it in a right way? Or do I overreact? I get angry and then call back. I say, you stupid. How can you tell me that I'm wrong? You are wrong. Your family is wrong. The whole system is wrong. Which means I may not have this emotional well being. People who are not emotionally balanced, they are the ones, they neglect self care, they neglect their professional care, they neglect emotional and psychological care. Even self care, they will not be able to take care of themselves well. In professional, working with them becomes very big difficulty. Others get into problem and they will always say, nobody likes me. Somewhere the problem. Emotional and psychological part as well, they can get into emotional stress very easily. Even small things can put them down. They get tensed. So altogether, this stagnation will slowly lead them to deny their own psychological need. And that's where, if there is a physical injury happening to you, yeah, you get affected, maybe your leg is broken, they ask you, what happened? Oh, I broke my leg. Then somebody replies to you, tomorrow you'll be all right. Go to doctor, attend to it. When somebody says, I'm sad, I'm depressed, oh, you'll be all right. Take care. Come on, let's have a coffee, everything will be fine. That's where some social stigma still with us, friends. Psychological injury is equally important, as equal as physiological injury. Talking to a counselor, going to a psychotherapeutic process is very, very important. And that's where what all needed, let's travel in emotional well-being as professors. What all the three basic things needed in traveling to get to know what my emotions are? Am I taking care of myself well? Am I really caring for my own emotions of anxiety, anger, hatred, sadness, grief? Am I giving enough time and attending to it? Is very important. So let's move to the first step of emotional awareness. Most of us do not have our own knowledge of our own emotions. What emotion am I with? You ask in Tamil, they usually say, Enumo pannadu. What's really happening? I don't know, something happening. We lack emotional knowledge, which is very, very important. That emotional, how do I feel? Am I really happy today? Am I anxious? Am I stressed? Ask each one of you, friends. By the way, we'll be doing one exercise also. So those of you who have pen and paper, keep it ready. Um, so become aware of your own emotions. And it would also be nice if somebody is near you. Can you just verbalize and say to them, I am anxious right now. I'm happy right now. Yeah. So if you can do that, it is wonderful. If you are able to sort of, become aware of your own emotions. Yeah. Why you feel certain way. Yeah. Maybe that will help us to understand our own self-discovery. The moment you have emotional awareness, the self discovery becomes very, very easy. That is like autonomy. To feel that you have a control of your own emotions, and you become related, to have a meaningful connections with other people, and to have a right competence, to feel like you have done a great job. So, friends, having a self awareness will lead you to self discovery. Once you have a self discovery, you'll be able to be led to self emotional regulation. What is emotional regulation? You'll be able to manage your emotions appropriately.
Father, I'm sorry, we're not able to see your screen, Father.
The organizers, please, do you have any answer for that? Can I go again, or are you working on that, friends?
Please go ahead, Father.
Yeah. So, emotional regulation, managing emotions appropriately, responding to it rather than reacting is very, very good. Most often, we react. We react. How do we react? Who says I'm getting angry? I will never get angry. Yeah, I never get angry. With that, our reaction is itself says that it has become hated. Friends, anger is a very good emotion, but if you have piled up that anger, that will become hatred. If you have not dealt with it very healthily, if you have not acknowledged it, if you have not made that self-awareness of what emotion, and if you have not given words to those emotions in a healthy way, it gets accumulated. It creates a lot of frozenness in your emotion that will dysregulate. Why? Friends, I want to tell you, the emotional brain and cognitional brain, they are highly interconnected. And that's how scientists very well proved it. If your anger is too much, hatred is too much, your anxiety is too much, your excessive stress and burnout is too much. You think, oh my God, in the college, I'm the only person working every work, all the work is dumped on me, only I am working hard. And these children, these students also eat my head and nothing happening to me. With all of that, if you begin to think, what happens once your emotional brain is frozen, the serotonin dopamine spray gets dried up. This is science. When that gets dried up, your cognitional process becomes slow, or for some people, numb. So, when you begin to acknowledge emotions and work on them, become aware, and you focus on your emotional well being, you make yourself happy after processing it. The moment you begin to feel that these emotions gone, I'm able to handle it well, the spray of serotonin and dopamine healthily happens, and that spray falls exactly onto your cognitional brain. You think better. And that's how my counseling and psychotherapeutic approach is this. When somebody comes, a client comes with a lot of struggles, I always attend to their emotions first. We call it stabilization. In psychotherapeutic process, we call that as stabilization. And that's how you might know why you are suffering in your classroom. Most of the children, they are not able to pick it up, and you're forcing, come on, study, 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 nothing will happen. Maybe if they are stuck with this emotional stagnancy, stabilization doesn't take place because they cannot cognitionally think. Academic learning becomes cumbersome, and it just slowly irritates them. They turn that hatred towards the professor. So, friends, another thing is called co-regulation. One is dysregulation, emotional dysregulation. What is co-regulation? This is another aspect of research that's beautifully done. If a professor is with emotional dysregulation, automatically this triggers every student of yours. If they have little dysregulation, emotional dysregulation, it will automatically dysregulate their emotion as well through pheromones, through your body smell. And that's why one of my researcher, co-researcher, she does research in multi-generational transmission of trauma among Russian community. And as part of that study, we were working together to study if there is any other already studies done, in the literature, research literature. And there we have seen one beautiful article where people who lived in the concentration camp. In Vienna, there were some families in Germany, so who lived earlier in the concentration camp. Concentration camp, you understand, Hitler tortured people and killed them, in different ways in the chamber, putting them in gas chamber, things like that. And people who escaped out of all this, from all of these, they escaped. Some of them came back from that concentration camp, and they married. Third or fourth generation they are living. Friends, this fourth generation children, when we take out their blood to check on their acidity level and then anxiety level, to compare that study with the common folks who did not go through this, all this concentration camp tortures, their generation did not go through. There is a high component of anxiety found in those people whose parents were from concentration camp. That's a revelation, dear friends. Become aware what you suffer emotionally today. Either you communicate to your family or not, by your body, by your pheromones, already it's being communicated to the next generation if you have not worked at it. The moment you become aware of it and you are able to heal it, co-regulation happens. How is called co-regulation? The moment we sucked mummy's breast as babies, when we were taking that life from mummy, automatically mummy's emotional beats, the heartbeats, the physiological symptoms, and her emotions, everything gets connected, getting transmitted. That's called co-regulation. Automatically one person's emotional state, physiological state, tuning the other, just like we tune the guitar with harmonium. Friends, and in one classroom, if one teacher is with emotional dysregulation, she's affecting 20 students, or he is affecting 20 students in the classroom. So we have the high responsibility to heal ourselves. How? Solely focus on your potentials. Next, yeah, we will be focusing more on our resourcefulness, our own potentials. That is where our focus will turn out to a sense of purpose and meaning. Otherwise, most of us we suffer with neurogenic neurosis. What is neurogenic neurosis? You have everything around you: car, good bank account, good job, you are a very good researcher. At the end of the day, somewhere you feel, what it is all for? Why am I living? Is it worth living? What is happening to me? Why am I getting so very angry and hated that remains for a long time in a day? All of that leading to neurogenic neurosis. There will be imbalance between work and life. And somewhere the struggle is too much. And this, slowly will lead you to work life imbalance. And most often you will think this is how happens, and the power of resilience goes down. Yeah, next you will see how. Because friends, one good news is this: you have budgets and all that, decide family, kids, finances. Oh, this is highly stressful. Friends, one good news for you: there is no one in the world who has achieved perfect balance of this. If you are suffering with this, be happy. And bouncing back from setbacks, your failures, all of these are achievable. Creating that resilience and balance is achievable. But will that be once you achieve, will that be a fixated thing? No, there will be imbalances. But people who are emotionally balanced, emotionally healthy, who's taking care of their own emotions, they'll be able to come to this equilibrium faster. They will achieve this balance faster. And that is what our aim of today's class: how to achieve this balance faster. And in order to achieve this, first thing, please accept if there is imbalances that is happening in your life, it is quite normal. Yeah, next. So there is no perfect work-life balance, and is quite normal. Friends, please take pen and paper, and I want you, the next slide, I want you to draw like this. Draw like this, one line, and then a cross, just like a cross. Just do it and write all of this on this paper, and it is your personal. So maybe one of you can unmute and say for the group whether you have done it, so that it will be wonderful to get to know. So have you drawn the cross? And write,
Yes, sir.
yes, right, thank you. Write 100 at each of these positions. This is very personal. If you're attending with any of your friends, you need not show to them. It is like just to, I am going to make you know where you are. Okay, right. In each area we are going to concentrate and give mark for our own personal life till 100. 100 being the topmost, the perfect thing that you have achieved. Yeah, the topmost. Yeah, 100 marks. Okay, right. We'll come to one by one. Let's concentrate on body health. If you are a person who gives very good importance, at least 1 hour exercise that you do every day, drink water properly, and take care of yourself, your personal health, and you go to sleep on a right time, wake up early, and if you are of that person who perfect. You're perfectly taking care of your body. In my family, I am dark. The rest of the family fair. When they are fair, they'll have more sickness. So, my nose is like a knife. The rest of the family is all right. Like some of them do not have sense of their own body. So, friends, if you have a perfect body health and you put 100 marks, maybe put a dot on the 100. If you feel you are taking care of your body and health, put maybe somewhere down, down, center being the starting point of 0, 100 being at the edge, the perfect. Yeah, somewhere you put a dot, a big dot, according to your mark. Okay, hope you have done it. Yep. Next, come to achievement area. If you're a person perfectly balanced on achieving, making a research, maybe you want to make a research every year and publish research papers, or you want to do something more greater to the society, and you always aim for it, and you have a achievement. You work towards that achievement. Perfect enough, 100. If you are 50, somewhere at the half of the line you mark, put the dot. If you are 80, close to that center point. Yeah, 10, 20, like that you mark it. Put one, done it. Yep. So same way, relationship. If you're a person who has a perfect relationship, social relationship, intimate relationship, you're able to balance and you're able to relate with each one perfect. And if you are that way, somewhere purpose and meaning, future meaning. If you are a person who has a perfect sense of purpose and meaning in life, 100. If it is 10, 20, 50, same way. Friends, have you done that? For each area, you just put dots somewhere at the middle of those points according to your mark. If you have done it, please connect and draw a figure, connecting all the dots and draw a figure. Just connect the dots and draw the line. Just draw the line connecting those dots. And you will know how balanced it is. For anybody who feels there is imbalance in this image, needs emotional well-being. And most of you, I'm for sure, there is no perfect balance. What you think as a balance is not being achieved. And you will know where
The
and
screen
which
out,
area
Father.
you need to concentrate. Pardon, ma'am.
Not able to see the screen, Father.
Okay. So, the rest of the group, are you able to see the screen or are you able to follow?
Yes, Father.
Yes,
Okay.
Father.
Yes, we're
Right.
able to see.
Right. So, friends, if there is imbalance, you need emotional well-being. Jacinta Antaneswamy is asking why. Why for what? If you can unmute and ask, it's okay to ask. Feel free in between if you want to intervene. Do you have any clarification? No.
Father, I didn't understand this. You told to see the diagram and put there 100, 100, 100. And then the dot, how should you mark to get this
Yeah.
image properly? That I didn't get that point.
Okay, okay. Please,
Thank you.
because I don't have an access to work through it, I will tell you step by step. You just check whether you are getting it. Now, 100 being the perfect body health. Okay, if you are a person who thinks you take care of your body very well, you put the dot at
Yeah.
the end where there is 100. No, there you put. If you feel 10, you come below to that middle line. Just the middle cross. I mean, all the lines are meeting at one point at the middle. That is the
Uh,
zero. So maybe 10, 20, like that you calculate anywhere, yeah, till that 100. So if your mark is 20, maybe mark closer to that middle line, put a dot, Same way for each one, put the dot. Once you have drawn the dot on each body, health, achievement, relationship, and future meaning, just connect the dots. Draw the line connecting those dots and see whether there is a perfect balance. Is that clear?
Yes, Father.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Welcome.
For
So,
the future meaning, for the
yeah, it
future or
is
meaning.
having the sense of purpose, a sense of purpose and meaning. Like you have a sense, like, no, I'm living this life to serve this whole world. I'm living this life, to make my family happy and to make myself happy. If you have a sense of purpose and meaning, 100%, you put that 100 or accordingly you mark. Is that okay, friends? Right. Friends, most of us, we suffer imbalance. How this imbalance occurs? It is highly connected to the dynamism that we had from earlier upbringing. The childhood upbringing is very, very important. And that's how people who lack emotional well being, mostly from dysfunctional upbringing. What is dysfunctional upbringing? Mummy telling you, yeah, maybe your little girl or little boy at home when you were, mommy telling, tell your stupid dad by simply sitting, nobody will give food. Tell him to get up, go to the market, buy vegetables and come. Go, tell your dad. And you went to dad. Stupid dad, stupid dad. Devil mummy told me that nobody will give food freely. You have to go to the market. And he said, go and tell the devil, get lost. And not, my uncle is not running the shop. I need money. Go and get from her. And then she will go, or he will go to mummy. Devil mummy, stupid dad told me this. Like, if you are used between the parental fights, like a switchboard, going here and there, for sure, your emotional well being is highly affected. And there was no one who can support you when there was trauma in the family. Maybe you grew up in an insecure environment. All of this can create high imbalances, dear friends. And these high imbalances, how it affects brain. I had the opportunity to work in prisons as psychotherapist, and I had the opportunity also to work among the orphans in the war field as well. So I had the brain scanning of these children, and this brain scan beautifully reveals how there are certain things that even this psychological things has an high effect on the body dysfunctionality, persistent trauma, how it can cause defect in the brain development. Is the next slide the scan report that is done among Romanian orphan children, a study. And if you see, and the extreme neglect, children who went through extreme neglect, you will see the enlarged ventricles inside, vacuums, enlarged ventricles. And the prefrontal cortex growth is very, very less. People went through dysfunctions, traumas, growing up in a very troublesome family, lot of abuses, sexual, physical, verbal abuse. So automatically, when all of this happens, for them, handling emotion is very difficult. They will even forget that they are professors. Even in the common, we may tend to behave in such a way, very, very impulsive and unwanted. What can change this? Harvard University did a beautiful 80 years of longitudinal research on this. They took around 583 kids and did the study of what affects these children as they are, like, no, these 580 of them, 83 of them, mostly from dysfunctional families who go through trauma and all that. Yeah, Robert Waldiger is the director. Currently, is the study. Continuing. So, in all of them, they even took their blood samples, medical reports, whatever that they do all through in their life. Everything is being watched. Yeah, friends. And out of those results, they also found some of these children, they got into drugs very fast. All those who have emotional affections. These days, the drug use is increasing. Why? Because, let it be the previous slide. So, friends, lot of emotional struggles that are coming up due to workforce, dual working, no attention to the families, no attention to the children. All of these are causing this emotional struggle, and that's how they become easy prey for the drug, misleading anything, helping them to take away the pain. Sexual addiction, drug addiction, any addiction, they will jump into very, very easily. Friends, what I'm trying to say, in this research, they found most of them became criminals. They got, very stagnant in life. But they also found some of them shining very well in life. One among them became the president of America. You know what happened? They began to study how some of these children became very good. And they found there was someone who could genuinely relate to them. People who became very good in their life, there was someone who genuinely related to them. Friends, neurosurgeons, neuroscientists, everybody agrees today. What is killing most of us is the next slide, is loneliness. People who suffer through loneliness, and there is no connectedness. Anybody who suffers loneliness, it is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. If you smoke 15 cigarettes a day, in whatever way, it affects your body, how acid is getting produced, same way it affects you when you feel lonely. Friends, any of you feeling lonely, please create healthy friendships among you. That is most important and very, very important. And how do we react to our emotions? How do we attend to those emotions? There was one research conducted among 3 toddlers. Yeah, let me go a little faster because there are many more things to see. I think I might run short of the timing. In case if you don't understand, you feel free to stop me and get it clarified. They took 3 toddlers, and these toddlers were given, if you press a button, a doll will pop up like this. Yeah. And then first child goes and presses the button, and the dog pops up like this. That girl screams and then cries and runs away. And on seeing that child, the second one, no, I won't press, and then started crying even without pressing. And the third child goes and presses, claps, and then laughs. Hey, Jolie, I want to press many more, please. And she asks. How 3 different expressions. First one makes it traumatic. Second one, on the experience of the other, makes it all the more traumatic. And the third one, healthily able to balance the emotion and face it. Friends, we have learned to express our own emotions in 4 different responses. They are fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Yeah. These are the 4 different responses with which we have learned to express those emotions. Yeah. So fight is like we become all the more aggressive. Bottled up emotions becomes like very aggressive. and you tend to be very violent in the family, eating children, or throwing things apart, breaking things. Flight is any emotion coming, just run away. Maybe you and your friend, putting your hands on your friend's shoulder, walking on the corridors. Hey, Kamdi, how did you see that movie, D? And you see the principal. Hey, about turn, D, about turn, don't turn, run away. Anything that is frightening, you just run away, run away. We run away. That is like a flight. Freeze is like you freeze your emotion deep inside, and then smile outside and say nothing, it's all okay. And this is how, even in the college, every day in the morning, maybe coming Monday, when you meet each other in the college, you'll wish each other, hey Bharati, good morning. And then Bharati responds, good morning, how are you? I am fine, how about you? This is how we learned the conversation. Whether we are good or not good, we always say, I'm good. I remember in my university in Europe, in Sigmund Freud, on the second day I'm going to the university, I met a friend yesterday, and I asked him, hey guy, how are you? And he says, not so good, man, hope to get better. So he acknowledges his emotions in the right way. Friends, it is okay to be not to be okay. We are not able to accept when we are not okay. We only fake it. When you fake it, those negative emotions gets multiplied deep inside. So this is how freezing happens. When you freeze, you just multiply the emotions, and then one day psychic volcano erupts. That day you become Chandramukhi. Laka, 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 laka. So you become, when you freeze, you burst. Equivalent to freeze is fawn. Like, you give another emotion, just cover it up. Just cover it up. Friends, all of this will be leading you to some sort of a vacuum. And that's how, when you see the next slide, you will be able to tell me what is wrong in this slide. Anyone, one or two, maybe you can unmute and say, what is wrong here? What do you see as wrong? Something. What has happened here? Maybe it's some tiles missing. Am I right?
It is not clear, no, the picture, Father. Something
Yeah.
like
Somewhere the tiles are missing.
Price is
uh,
missing.
the
Yeah.
picture. Yeah,
You
it
see,
is not fully.
covered. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, somewhere in Germany, they did a research. In a big hotel, beautiful swimming pool was built, and those tiles are very famous Milan tiles from Italy. And many people came there to take photographs, and they were enjoying nice pool. Everybody was enjoying, and they took photograph and put in social media. Hey, everybody come enjoy and all that. And for the research sake, what they did, they removed some tiles. And people came with a lot of expectation. When they saw removed tiles, it attracted the most. Most of them were concentrating on saying, you see, stupid fellows, they can fill this, no? Why they missed these tiles? Don't they know how they missed? They started taking photograph on the missed tiles. And they started spreading like there is a beautiful pool, but there is missed tiles. And people who began to come to see the missed tiles later on. And you'll see this is called the missing tiles syndrome. How, as soon as you enter college, you see everybody, they are all happy with their spouse. Even her husband is coming and dropping at the entrance of the college. For me, nobody is there. That fellow eats, sleeps, and takes care of only himself. Why, God, only my life is suffering? Missing tile. The moment you have your heads shaved, or maybe you are bald headed, the moment you enter a hall, first thing that you see is this. Oh God, you gave very good hair to everybody. And some of the ladies will compare, you see, she has a very long hair. For me, everything going away. My beauty gone, my body gone, and the rest of the world is very happy. Friends, this is another sickness symptom. People who have this missing tile syndrome, emotionally not okay. They magnify the pain, and these are the ones for professors. Emotional well being means you create emotionally equipped stethoscope. You create boundaries without having guilt or shame. Some of us, we are not able to draw boundaries clear. Somewhere we read in the newspapers and things like that, we create excessive bonding with the students, or sometimes we suffer. Why? Maybe we are emotionally not healthy. Yeah, sometimes the students can easily sense if you are a person who can be easily related or manipulated, they will do that. So if we are aware of our own emotions, we'll be able to draw the boundaries clear. If you're able to be present and attentive, even now you are attending the class, when I gave certain examples, some of you got triggered of your own emotions. I'm 100% sure. Yeah, same thing happening in my family. How is exactly telling? Nobody's understanding. Everybody cares. I care about the whole family. When I fall into sickness, nobody cares. I am like a thing for them, money minting machine. So let them write on my forehead ATM. That is enough. So, friends, this is how a sort of, even though we are here, my brain is thinking either of the past or of the future too much. That means I am in an emotional struggle. And if you are a person who dreams almost every day, for some people, dream is coming like every day. Todarum. Today, it ends somewhere to be continued. Tomorrow, when they go to bed, after some time, again dream comes. It's a beautiful signal that the stock inside is too much. Right. We need to develop healthy coping strategies. Right. How do we have this? When you suppress your emotions, you have unprocessed emotions that is getting stagnated, friends, and that will affect your headache when you lose a control of life. Friends, if you have a lot of confusion, even if you get cold, even if you take tablet, you will not get healed faster. The cold gets continued. If you are a person who thinks nobody loves me, if you keep on developing this thought and feeling of lack of love and bonding, cardiac issues will come very faster. If you're a person who thinks nobody is supporting me, you will develop backache faster. You'll see all this being portrayed. These are all not thoughts, it is only research outcomes by Louis Hay. Yeah. So how Louis Hay proved it, but there are a lot of people, they study how psychosomatic effects on your cognitive emotional struggles. A lot of research articles. Yeah. So they proved it how emotion and body are highly interconnected. Your thought becomes things. So unprocessed emotions, you don't even process your emotion. Am I angry or hatred? That's the difference. Am I feeling just fear or am I anxious? These are called process. Becoming aware of your emotions. When you process it, you become aware, accept, and you will be able to release. Second, some people are like the monkeys. What do the monkeys do? If they get wounded, they focus on only the wound. They will go on scratching. Oh, I got wound. I got wound. Friends, most of us, we scratch our old wounds, keep saying, this is what happened in my life. Yeah. My life is a painful thing. My, my life is very strugglesome, and nobody cares about me, and then go on scratching the wound becomes bigger and bigger. You focus more on your problem and problem and problem. If you don't trust me, close your eyes and then you see, I should not think ice cream. The moment you say I should not think ice cream would have emerged. For some people, smell. For some people, their favorite ice cream. Or some people, they add the favorite ice cream with their loved one. All those image will come. So the moment you focus more on problem, I should not get problem, I should not get problem, you ruminate over it, you increase the pain. The next, narratives that enforces your pain. That is like, தனக்கு பிரச்சனைன்னு போனா அங்க கூட இருக்கிறவங்க அதை விட பெரிய பிரச்சனை சொல்லுவாங்க. You go, you would like to share some of your problems. Sometimes the other person begins to share a problem. It becomes all the more problem for you. And you begin to think, oh my god, I wanted a release, I went there sharing with her. Oh my god, it became another problem. So what happens, it kind of reinforces your pain. Or for some of you, it is like you begin to watch some serials. Those of you watching serials, please raise your hands. I'm not able to see, but most of you might be. And friends, those of you who are watching serials in the everyday, in the night, very good. Keep continuing because you will die faster. That is another research. Friends, those who watch serials, what happens is that serial does not end. The hero will take the knife as if he's going to kill the heroine. He will go near, and then it will come to be continued. Where it will continue? It will continue in your brain. When you go to bed, it goes on. Oh, so many crying. I understand, friends. So nice of you when you express your emotions. Yeah, it's good. On an emotional class, you should be. I really appreciate those people who are involved in that. Yeah, that means you are listening to me, and at the same time, you are expressing your emotions. I appreciate you, dear. And friends, when you cogitate over it, even in the sleep, it continues because anything uncompleted, brain begins to complete. It keeps trying to complete it, and it will not make you to have a good sleep. And that's why they say acidic production will be very high, and you are not sleeping enough. Right? Some people, more than the actors on the screen, they begin to cry so much. அதே மாதிரிதான் என் லைஃப். பார்த்துக்கோ, அது பார்க்குது, ஆனா அது மனசுக்குள்ள போக மாட்டேங்குது. I don't know whether he's understanding it, he's watching it. So somewhere all of this pain gets reinforced inside of you, and the pain every day becomes bigger, bigger and bigger. And most of you are, many of you, I feel, will have excessive emotional dependency. If you get attached, sometimes it also leads to workplace romantic relationship. Maybe in the workplace you become intimate with somebody who listens to you. Anybody who seeming to listen to you very fast to get your friendship is the person who wanting to achieve something else from you. Any relationship getting inside of you very fast, it will go away very fast. Be careful. And anybody to whom you get attracted very fast, maybe your stories will be similar. That will lead you to blind leading the blind. And that's how most of you who fall in love and get married, you would have seen, I'm married, I need that person back. So friends, excessive emotional attachment, even in a toxic relationship. No, those people, they know it is very toxic relationship. You will not be able to leave and come away from it. And the next one is you suffer with a lot of unmet emotional needs. Unmet emotional needs, maybe love, safety, recognition, and control. The next one is unmet emotional needs. You are not able to feel being loved. அன்பு செய்யறது மாதிரி இருக்கும், அப்படியே கையை விட்டு போயிடும். Whomsoever I love, they'll go away from me. And unmet emotional needs. So far in life, when I look back, I have I don't feel that I had a very good, consistent friendship. Like that, people will begin to say, or those who had this unmet emotional needs. And people who suffer excessive stress and exhaustion. One side taking care of children, other side professor, other side other relatives, all the in-laws. Oh my God, what loss they create is terrible. And that's why they are called in-laws. They create these in-laws make us to be out of loss. So in life, only you get through flaws. So stress and exhaustion, too many people getting involved in family life. And that's how when I conduct marriages, when I administer marriages, I always tell people, first I call all this husband side and wife side parents, come, keep your hand on the Bible. Please promise before your children take a promise to marry each other. Please promise from today you will not involve in their life. I tell them only if they promise, next marriage can take place. Because most of problems are over involvement of all those stepneys. That is a greater problem in most of these people's creating exhaustion. Next is having environmental triggers. Some people, when they enter the college, when they see some people's face only, it gets triggered. ஐயோ இது மூஞ்சில முழிக்க correct environmental triggers, so maybe in an environment, a toxic environment keeps on triggering you. It is not getting changed. Yeah, it is not getting changed. It gets you triggered, and then a lot of those emotions. And the next one, unfinished emotional businesses. If you have a lot of unfulfilled wishes, if I make you to write, maybe some other day, in some other occasions, we'll do all of that. Friends, if your own passion, your own desires not being met, maybe I remember one day I was conducting family enrichment. I'm a marriage encounter priest as well. So I have a lot of couples, I relate with them. So I was conducting family enrichment program in Anugraha. Yeah. Or maybe most of you, we have a lot of programs happening in Anugraha. We do, a lot of research works as well. In case you happen to come that site, most welcome to enter into our campus. It's more healing place. And next year, I have planned for 2026 a lot of online classes as well for those people who cannot. Every month there will be an online class or sessions, things like that, right? Friends, these unfulfilled desires gets accumulated, you know, and that can also create a lot of struggles. And there are some people, when you come across, they will say, be positive, don't think of negative. At that moment you will feel like killing them. Yeah, friends, don't get into positive toxicity. Yeah. Positive toxism is very, very high these days. Please, it is okay not to be okay. Just accept. We are human beings. Not being positive all the time. But process, become aware. That's what I'm saying. Become aware of your own emotions. Right now, I'm angry. It's okay to accept that you are angry. That is what will lead you to emotional wellness. Friends, when you suffer all of this, this will slowly lead you to identity fusion. You and your problem will become one. நான் தான் ப்ராப்ளமே, எனக்கு இதெல்லாம் இருக்குது, எனக்கு சைல்ட்ஹுட்ல இருந்து இதெல்லாம் இவர் பேசுனது எல்லாமே நான் தான் அந்த ப்ராப்ளம். You become fused with your emotions, one with your emotions. Yeah, you do not get away with it. And that's why you do not see yourself in context. You become the content. When you become the content, you become psychologically rigid. ரிஜிடா இருக்கிற மரம் உடஞ்சிச்சுன்னா படார்னு உடஞ்சிரும். When it is flexible, it can bend down, but strongly rooted. Emotional fusion can create breaking very fast. Okay, how to handle all of this? how to create these visualizations, a positive visualizations, only through mind processing. Let's go to next slides of mind processing. Creating those, I thought of conducting a, this one, maybe the audio will not play for them. It's okay. Mind processing is very, very important. Yeah, mind processing. What is that mind processing? How to do that mind processing? Let's go to the next of healthy ways of mind processing. Maybe take any one that is, helpful for you. Please do practice. The first one is requirements for diffusing emotions. Friends, in our university, we took around 600 people because ours is also a medical college attached to it. So we took 600 of them who came to our counseling clinic who claimed to have healed themselves. And we wanted to study what really healed them. And we found these 3 steps. These 3 things are the ones which totally heals people completely from their emotional stuckness. First one, as I already told you, awareness of the emotion. What it is, right now I'm of hatred. Maybe somebody said something to me, I have strong hatred towards it. Second, I have a clear intention to release those emotions. That is, I want to become aware of it. I don't want to possess those emotions. I want to disown them, put them away, cut them away from my mind. Intention to release. By saying, sharing it, it is getting released. Third one, having that belief by doing this, I'm getting healed. These are the ways you are getting and you are healing yourselves. Right. What are easy daily practices that you can do? With that, we can wind up the session. First one, friends, do mind body practices. Do some yoga, some exercises that can, help you to release all the negative emotions. Physical exercise with those awareness. When I do this exercise, all these negative emotions are getting away from me. That awareness and mindfulness is very, very important. Now, a lot of researchers have done some research on mindfulness. Important. Second, emotional expressions through self-awareness. Please do write some diaries. Yeah, understanding your healthy emotions. Name your emotions, or use art, music, or dance, or please talk to some trusted friend. If you don't have anyone, we have our clinic, Anugraha Counseling Clinic. We are running a free mental health clinic. For about a year, we are helping 1,500 clients. So don't worry about money. For us, mental health matters. Yeah, only those who have money they share, but the rest of them they can freely get counseling. They can freely get even online counseling. If you want to go in person, you can do so, because for me, mental health is very, very important, and I do it passionately. Friends, emotional expression, talking to a trusted friend, or a therapeutic letter writing. Maybe today also you can practice. Today, as the class was going on, I felt such and such emotions. I was terribly wounded when those incidents took place. Like that, you write a letter. By doing that, you need to have, when you do that, all these 3 steps: awareness, having the intention to release, having the belief by releasing, I'm getting healed. These are the 3 system that will totally take you away from your stuckness and create beautiful healing. The next is lifestyle. Friends, please become aware of your own lifestyle, your daily habits. Yeah, that you need to be very careful. It is not selfishness, it is self-care, self-love. Self-love is very, very important. Only if you have oxygen on you, you can help the other. And that's how in the aeroplane, when the oxygen mask falls, the hostess directs us first keep it to yourself and then assist the next later. So, friends, assist yourself. Healthy vitamin food, healthy lifestyle. So, self love is important. Anybody who says, I love my husband and children very much, they are my world, that is not love, that is sickness. First, you need to be able to love yourself, and then your love towards others will go healthily. Otherwise, it might create possessiveness and sort of suffocation in relationship. The next one is please create healthy social connections with boundaries. Create friendships with healthy boundaries. If there is no boundary, maybe you are suffering from some histrionic or borderline personality disorder. Even if you have that, don't worry about it. There are ways to work at it. Anybody who acknowledges, maybe I have this as a sickness, I get to connect to people very fast, I get into relationships very fast, I dramatically express my pain, I overreact. If you have all of this, it's okay. Just accept. If you can personally work with a counselor, that will help you to release better. And then fifth one, having cognitive techniques. Yeah, we call it CBT therapies and things like that. Creating a reframing effects. Yeah, reframing effects. You're right. Changing your negative thoughts into something alternate by creating your own mind an alternate thought. For example, the moment I say I'll not be able to finish all that I have prepared today, that comes a negative thought. My immediate thought says it's okay, Arul. Whatever is important you already conveyed. If they need it, they might come or approach, or anyway they will get it. There are possibilities. So an alternate thought comes and then it calms me down. I don't get tensed. Oh my God, I'll not be able to say everything that I prepared. No. So cognitive techniques, creating like these cognitive techniques in order to help you heal. Next one, spirituality. Friends, whatever the religion that you may belong to, now lot of research is done on spirituality and mental health, and one such book is called Neurotheology. If any of you interested, read the book Neurotheology by Andrew Newberg. Andrew Newberg is the person who does lot of research on spirituality and neuron. He is a doctor by profession, he is a neuroscientist, and he has done beautiful research on stating when you pray, what happens to your brain. So please take a purposeful and spiritual journey in your life. Once again, I tell you, my friends, choosing yourself is most important. And I finish with this. Friends, have you heard of the word called clipnosis? Can you come down to two slides? Clipnosis. What is clipnosis? Is this? Keeping a sort of a clip on the neck of the cat. Even a very, very violent cat becomes very soothing and calm. So they call it clipnosis. And they found why the cat is becoming calm is this: if they keep the clip on the neck, automatically its brain takes to the position of how mummy is to carry. So it thinks mummy is carrying, it becomes calm and completely submissive. Having this in our scientific mind, we developed a course in Anugraha called Healing the Inner Child, taking people back onto their womb experience, their childhood experience. We can uproot all the negative imprints in their brain and heal them completely. So take time to, sort of travel back to your childhood and see how much more that you can heal yourself, that can transform your whole life. And I know it is already time, my dear friends. Thank you very much. And if you have any clarifications and questions, you can put forth so. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Father.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Father. Thank you. Your class was very, very, very interesting. Hello.
Thank you.
Very, very
Thank you. Thank you.
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
and very good information for the day-to-day life, and what are the things to be healed, little things here and there. It was very informative, very nice. Really, I enjoyed your class. Thank you so much, Father.
thank you,
Wish you
Bharati.
arrange
That's
some
so.
more classes like this.
Yep. You follow Anugraha Mental Health is our.
Wish you arrange some more
Uh,
same classes like this.
yeah. And you
Actually,
can follow our Anugraha Mental Health page in the
where?
Instagram. Anugraha Mental Health is the our
Okay.
Instagram page, and the APA, even American Psychological Association, follows our website, so you can go and follow. We have daily tips, and also a
APA.
lot of our classes. We present it or we post it in our page. The page name is Anugraha Mental Health.
This is APA, is it? In Instagram, Anugraha Mental Health and APA. We have
No,
to
no,
follow this, is it?
no. Just put Anugraha Mental Health.
Okay,
You get
Father.
that page. Yeah.
I'll follow this.
Yep.
Wonderful section, Father. Thank you so much, Father.
Welcome, ma'am. ARUL.
I'm your student only, Father. Thank you, Father.
Welcome, welcome, ma'am. It's nice to get
Tell
connected
me.
with you.
Thank you, Father.
Welcome, Pandrati.
Okay, okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Father.
you so
Now
much.
the session is open for.
Bye. Have a great day.
Now the session is open for a question and answer session. If you have any doubt, you can ask him.
The doubt will be,
Someone
yeah,
raised a hand. Someone has raised hand. Jacinta.
that has been raised for a long time, I think.
Yes, Father.
Okay.
Okay, Father. Once again, good evening to all. As we come to the conclusion of this 1 week faculty development program on the holistic well-being, it is my privilege and joy to propose a vote of thanks on the behalf of the organizing committee. This program has been a journey of learning, reflection, and inspiration, exploring the many dimensions of well-being: emotional, social, physical, spiritual, and yogic through the wisdom of our esteemed speaker. First and foremost, our heartfelt gratitude to all our resource person, Reverend Father Arul Edward Joseph, Reverend Father Arul Xavier, Mr. Hila Bhaskar, Reverend Father Jnanadas, Dr. G.B. Nayagam. Your sessions were not just lectures, but experience that touched our minds and hearts. We are deeply grateful for the time, effort, and passion you have invested in this program. A special word of thanks to our collaborators, the Department of Counseling Psychology, Loyola College, Autonomous, Chennai, for partnering with us and adding immense value to this event. To our technical team, we express a sincere appreciation for working in the behind the scenes. Yes, we did face a few technical issues during our sessions, but your responses and patience will endure us that the learning continued smoothly. Has there to our participants, thank you for your enthusiastic engagement through provoking questions and positive spirit throughout the week. Your active presence made this event vibrant and meaningful. Lastly, to the organizing committee of Sacred Heart College, thank you for your making this event possible. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Please kindly
Welcome.
fill up.
And
Yes.
I thank Dr. Sanjay, my companion, and all the faculty members who arranged this program. And thanks for the wonderful opportunity. And we say Anugraha is home. So most of you might have that experience of being an Anugraha. You're most welcome home as well. Thank you. And appreciation to all the Sacred Heart College managements as well. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Father.
you, Father. Thank you, Father.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Father.
Welcome.